to record your message.
You ready?
Drop it!
Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams.
Reason and accountability.
The voice of reason.
Meditation is a naturally occurring rest state combined with awareness. It's instinctive. Everyone can do it. In our life, we rotate and flow between three basic states of consciousness. We're awake, and then we get tired and we fall asleep, and we dream. So these three states of waking, sleeping, and dreaming are the fundamental rhythm and flow of consciousness. Meditation is a combination of waking, sleeping, and dreaming, and something more. On a physical basis, when we meditate, what happens is that the body can enter a state of restfulness and relaxation that's deeper than deep sleep. And it does this in about 3 to 5 minutes. So it's clear that nature has installed this ability that we call meditation as a way of quickly recovering from exhaustion and the stress of life.
That was Dr. Lauren Roche. Listen, meditation is not about fighting your thoughts. It's not about recontextualizing them as they come up. I don't like that thought. I don't like the way it makes me feel. Push it away. That's not meditation. Meditation is the nonviolent, non-judgmental observation of whatever comes up from your consciousness. You are watching as the other. Right? If you can imagine yourself the size of a gnat in the upper right corner of your ceiling, but you had the eyesight of 10,000 eagles. And you could also envision yourself sitting on the couch, the small you envisioning the big you on the couch. Imagine being able to visualize observing the thoughts that come up from that perspective. Right? The thoughts are not you. Right? The feelings are not you. You allow yourself to feel without condemnation. This is meditation. Right? This is how you get through difficult moments. Moments become even more difficult when you fight the moment. You try to rewrite the moment as it comes. You're rewriting the memory. I wish I could have did this. I wish I should have said that. No. Right? Mindfulness, aware. Oh, this feeling happens when I'm in a situation such as this. The last time I reacted poorly. I didn't respond. I reacted. Okay. Observe yourself without judgment, without condemnation, And let's see, right, how I choose to respond from this. Do you see what I'm saying? Mindfulness can be a powerful tool in healing your relationships. This is why most people avoid conflict, because they don't know how to ingest conflict, right? Ingest it. You're in the moment. Ingest it, right? Without judgment. Embrace it. Pull it in. It's okay. This is a difficult moment. Moments don't last unless you fight them. Uh-oh. Hold tight. Hold tight. My brother T Money, Detroit. I got to get him back in here. Detroit on the line. Brother, you got to give us a final thought because you just dropped bombs on us, man. Come on.
Yes, if I can be quick with it, I was I was all three of these V's. I was a villain to my choices, a victim of my choices, and also a victor. It comes through acceptance, as you just eloquently stated. Things do not last forever. But if you get trapped within anxiety, that's when I became a victim. Oh, this happened to me because.
Right.
When I move forward, if we're going from left to right, as we read at the bottom of a pyramid, over to a villain, this happened because I did this to you because. That's just a perspective. That's like the peephole in your door instead of opening up the door to gain. If you don't, as your previous clip spoke on, don't spiral, because that only digs in the ground, right? If you keep spinning in one continuous way, that goes down. But if you can spiral, you can hit every corner of an object from within, right? This is full acceptance of the whole. So now I can rise up and I can become victorious, i.e. the observer. I'm not going to sit here and try to profess that this came overnight, but I read a great book called The Shrouded Lighthouse. I've been following Zoe. I'm not saying that, the guy say don't make make no idols out of man, but at the same time, I got to give props in the light of what I know that's within me to you. So I really do salute you. I know you don't need this, but bro, you necessary. But thank you, bro. On God.
I appreciate you, brother. Guess what you just did, T Money?
Brought Detroit into the building.
Detroit up in here. What up, though? Somebody give me a call right now. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. One of our legends is in the house right now. Long time no hear from. Sean, Oakland, California. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Oh, my goodness. Well, of course, I love our brother from Detroit.
Yes,
That's a strong brother right there.
Yes.
We all know. I mean, you know more than me, but I'm telling you, Compton, Oakland, we are strong. Strong people. But my reason for calling is listening to the show is our self-dialogue, right? Because I'm a baseball guy. I love baseball. It's one of the hardest games ever to play in the history of the world. You have to deal with failure. So it's all about, and that has a lot to do with relationships.
Right.
So what I'm telling people is you do need to pay attention to your self-dialogue. Self-dialogue is so important. I'm not saying just hype yourself up to be something unrealistic. I'm saying don't set yourself up for failure. I'm saying in your mind, tell yourself you can do it. You can do whatever the heck that you want to do, and plan to do that. And keep telling yourself that. And even when you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is going to be hard, tell yourself, I'm going to figure out a way to do this in a positive way and keep it going positive all the way through and move myself forward in this life of process agenda. I'm going to move everything forward, and I am not going to allow myself to tell myself something negative and mess up any part of my day.
Man, I love that, Sean. Man, long time no hear. We appreciate the wisdom, man. Guess what you just did, Brother Sean?
Oakland in the house, baby.
Yes, sir. Town business. We all over the nation. You know what it is. Tonight's topic on the VOR. It is off the Richter scale right now. Blindfulness versus mindfulness. Oh, Lord. Brothers and sisters, kinfolks and wanderers, I need you to hear me now because the hour is exceedingly late. And this sermon we've been cooking up tonight, right? It ain't sweet. As that comic say, what that comic say on Instagram? God ain't pleased. God is not pleased. You understand me? The world has been baptized not in water, but in blindfulness. A blindfulness so thick, so seductive, we call it life. Our dear sister and ancestor, Octavia Butler, warned us God is change. But you've been worshiping comfort, bowing to the golden calf of distraction, scrolling like prayer beads through digital rosaries, waiting for salvation from machines you can't even see. Also, our good brother, Krishnamurti, a.k.a. Uncle Hurty, Krishna Hurty, he whispered to us like a surgeon, saying, "It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society, yet here we are." Right? Goodness gracious. Congratulating ourselves for being well adjusted. Adjusted to poison, adjusted to sleep, adjusted to psychological chains. I call this blindfulness, the religion of the lost, the practice of living with your eyes closed and calling it walking by the vision of faith. Right? Relationship has the unique ability to make one aware of oneself. To be aware of oneself is a rare gift, but it shouldn't be. It's a gift that should be cultivated from early childhood, self-awareness. Because in self-awareness, right, we can cultivate self-love. In self-love, there's always going to be self-acceptance, right? I accept me, flaws and all, broken and all. Right? I refuse to be blindful about myself. I refuse to be blindful about where I came from, who modeled me, who molded me. Right? The potter who touched my soul from childhood, who molded me as a child, the potter wasn't perfect. So the imperfections are in me. Mindfulness of that can turn that into art, can turn that into self-love, blemishes and all, right? Let me testify plainly to you. Blindfulness is not just ignorance. It's a conscious ritual. It is yoga for the damned, breathing in delusion and exhaling denial, right? Stretching your soul into contortions so you can stay supremely comfortable in all types of fear-based, ego-based, and psychological cages. You call it wellness, but really it's numbness. You call it spirituality, but it's conscious sedation. Soren Kierkegaard told us that despair is the sickness, is what sickness, Kierkegaard told us that despair is the sickness unto death. Well, blindfulness is despair cosplaying while spewing spiritual affirmations. It's meditation apps that keep you tranquil while the house is burning, right, all around you. It's toxic positive thinking while the planet chokes on delusions. The world of healing through relationships has become the devil's very own yoga mat. The devil wants you asleep, not internally awake. The devil wants you self-avoidant, not on the pathway to integration. But is it an external devil? Or is it an internal devil called ego? You don't want to be mindful. Because here's the sad truth. Mindfulness isn't comfortable. Huh? What? Where the crickets at, Andy? What? What? Mindfulness is not comfortable. To be aware of what you seek to hide, to be aware and loving, right? And empathetic and compassionate towards the parts of yourself that you wish you could abandon, that doesn't feel good. This is why superficial flings and long as I'm getting some nice gifts and he's taking care of me and she's making me something to eat and she's giving me sex, and long as that is happening, many of us are in this blissful state of blindfulness. But hear me. Mindfulness, the real thing, not the store-bought knockoff, is war. One of my favorite rappers, Rakim, said, "I ain't no joke, and neither is awareness." Kendrick Lamar pulled masks off when he spit, "Ain't nobody praying for me." And Black Thought dropped the truth like meteor showers. Every rhyme a revelation, every bar a scripture. Mindfulness is not closing your eyes. It's painfully, sometimes tragically, opening your third eye so wide it begins to bleed light. It's standing in the flood of history, naked, unblinking, saying, "Yes, I see the horror. And I still choose the truth of all that is," which also includes myself. Mos Def once rapped, "Why did one straw break the camel's back? Here's the secret, the million other straws underneath it." Mindfulness is seeing every straw, every weight, every invisible chain, and not pretending it ain't there. So many of us are relational thespians, relational pretenders, emotion lenders, empathy lenders, caring lenders. Everything has to be paid back with interest because insecurity always will seek control. And the best way to control is to manipulate. And the best way to do that without being a human being is to be blindful. When we come forward, the voice of reason go, "Keep it cooking, let's go!"
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery. so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cow Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Do you observe it, aware of it, without any choice, without any desire, just to observe the extraordinary beauty of the land? Or when we are aware, is there always a choice? I prefer this land to another land. I prefer this valley to other valleys. So there is always memory and choice operating. And can one be aware without any choice at all, just to be aware of the extraordinary sense of the blue sky through the leaves, and just move with it all. You understand what I'm saying? So that there is no division between the outer and the inner. It's like a tide going out and coming in.
I know. It's old Krishnamurti. But the jewels are still there. There's no division between the outer and the inner. Is that not what our modern day clinicians call integration or individuation? Relationship. I know we have been taught to run to each other for connecting, for bonding, but two things can be true at once, at the same time, right? It could be for that too, but it's also to heal oneself, to reveal oneself. To go even further into Krishnamurti's work, Krishnamurti emphasized that relationship is crucial for self-understanding, acting as a mirror reflecting one's true self. He believed that true relationship reveals one's psychological state, including fears, attachments, and loneliness. He integrated the importance of understanding relationship as a process of self-revelation, rather than a means to achieve or become or get or what. Are you listening to the real purpose of religion? This is a man who was born in 1890-something. This is well before John Bowlby talked about attachment theory. You know Alan Watts sat with him. You know Carl Jung sat with him. Right? You know Albert Einstein, Aldous Huxley sat with him. Could John Bowlby have sat with him when he went to Brockwood Park in London? Huh? Could this be the source of attachment theory? Of course, along with Buddhism. Right? Listen to it again. He believed that true relationship reveals one's psychological state, including fears, attachments, and loneliness. The man died in 1986. Taught for over 60 some odd years. He highlighted the importance of understanding relationship as a process of self-revelation rather than a means to achieve or become something. Relationship as a mirror in which, he says, relationship is a mirror in which I see myself as I am. Without relationship, I am not. To understand myself, I must understand relationship. He believed that self-knowledge is impossible in isolation and only can be gained through observing oneself in context of relationships. Though one is dependent on another, there is yet the desire to be inviolate, to be whole. This quote explores the complexities of psychological dependence and relationship, suggesting that true connection is possible when there is an absence of dependence. Listen, this is the work the man was putting down, man. I want you guys to understand mindfulness is key to cultivating a healthy relationship. When we come forward, the voice of reason will continue this bonfire.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black Mayor Eric Adams says New York City's war on rats is paying off, with 311 sightings down 8 straight months.
You would never get rid of the rat population if you didn't get the garbage bags off our streets. We've done that.
Since new trash container rules took effect, about 75% of garbage is now in bins, with residents buying over 800,000 official containers. Rapper Doechii is pulling out of several European festivals, including All Points East in London and Forwards in Bristol. Organizers apologized for the sudden cancellations, though no reason was given. Doechii, who just announced her Live from the Swamp tour, has not addressed the schedule change. And a 5th person has died from Legionnaire's disease in Harlem, with over 100 confirmed cases. Health officials say infections are slowing after treating cooling towers tied to the July outbreak. Reverend Al Sharpton and an attorney plan to announce a lawsuit Wednesday. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready? Drop it! Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT. Because nothing fights sweat better. Stay fresher under pressure.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Dr. Tracy Marks, a psychiatrist, and in this video I'll be talking about mindfulness meditation and how to practice it. Mindfulness is simply paying attention to your environment, activities, and thoughts in a neutral and non-judgmental way. So you're limiting your thoughts to your present situation. If other thoughts intrude on this process, you bring your attention back to the present. For example, if you're mowing the grass, think about the things that you see, smell, hear, and taste and feel while you're cutting the grass. Ideally, avoid thinking about your unpaid bills, your relationship issues, the past, the future. You only want what is happening in the present moment. Practicing mindfulness helps declutter your mind. When your mind gets cluttered, you feel stressed. And this can come in the form of feeling tense, tired, overwhelmed, irritable. Not only can this affect you negatively, but it can also affect your relationships with the people most important to you. If your mind is overloaded, you can become emotionally unavailable and not fully engaged with the people around you. This is what happens when you're having a conversation with someone and you don't remember any of the details of what they said because you were thinking about your to-do list. In the short term, the person on the receiving end knows you're not listening. In the long term, you miss time with that person that you can't get back. So how do you remedy this problem when you have a busy life that you can't change? You live each moment mindfully. Now, you don't need a meditation pillow or hot stones to do this.
Listen, Dr. Tracy Marks is always on fire. But no disrespect. That's the homogenized. You know what mindfulness? It's attentiveness. It's attunement. People who give their heart, their body, their mind, their blood, their soul to whatever it is they're doing tend to rise. It tends to be amazing. It tends to be great because they've given their whole selves to whatever it is. When's the last time you gave your whole self to yourself? And if you haven't given your whole self to yourself passionately, deeply, right? Meaningfully to yourself, what have you been doing to others? Have you been showing up partially? Are you continuing the practice that broke you when you were a child? It's fancy wording. I love Dr. Tracy Marks, and I'm not disagreeing with what she said. She's 100% correct. What I'm saying is mindfulness is awareness. It's attunement. So when the clinician says, you have an insecure attachment style because you had a parent, a primary caregiver that wasn't emotionally attuned, or they were inconsistent in that attunement. That means they weren't paying attention. They weren't locked in. Right? That's all that is. Attention, awareness, attunement, tapped in, mindful, presence. I am completely here. Right? You know that old saying when people say things like, well, you want something done, you got to do it yourself. Why? Because it's not theirs, and they won't be as attentive to whatever it is you care about more so than you. Right? When it comes to love, we bottom line love. What can you give me? Even if it's quiet, I just need quiet. Right? We played that clip from Cam Newton's podcast. The lady said, the best relationship I ever had. The man said, come to my house, I'll give you the keys to the car, give you money, give you everything you want, just don't talk to me. And instead of peeling that back and looking into that and say, wait, whoa, how is that your best relationship? And why would he even request that of you? Instead of saying, why is this the norm? Right? When you got Krishnamurti out here saying, hey, relationship is about the discovery of self. And it's not just Krishnamurti, it's all the mystics. Paramahansa Yogananda's teachings emphasize the spiritualization of all relationships, viewing them as opportunities for growth and expansion of love. He believed that the ultimate purpose of relationships is to develop unconditional love, mirroring the divine love of God. This involves recognizing the divine spark in oneself and others, and then begin cultivating love, understanding, and harmony in all interaction. That's Paramahansa Yogananda, author of the book Autobiography of a Yogi, which was the only book on Steve Jobs' iPad or iPod at the time. Yogananda spiritualized relationships. Yogananda taught that all relationships, from family and friendships to romantic partnerships and guru-disciple bonds, can be elevated through love and understanding. It was a spiritual movement. Relationship is a spiritual classroom. I've been saying it this whole time. But we want, no disrespect to anybody, we want the trauma porn that's out there. We want to laugh at other people's pain. We want to put ourselves on a pedestal because on the surface, we look better, we're doing better, we're doing more. But real love is about rolling up those spiritual sleeves and getting in there. And it requires mindfulness. Every time a celebrity couple get together and the internet go crazy, they become relationship goals. How has that turned out for the majority of them couples? We got to see somebody in an elevator fighting to know that, oh, they're human. We got to see somebody crash out at the Oscars. Oh, they're human. But before you see the work in progress, you go, oh, that's relationship goals. Just because they have the social baubles and artifacts that makes one look successful. Again, Krishnamurti, relationship is the mirror in which you see yourself as you are. Do you want to see yourself as you are? Do you approve of the sight of it, of you? Do you approve of that? You got people running around talking about love is a verb. Love is a set of actions. Some people even argue both. Can it be both? No, something is broken in you that needs something. Where there is love, there is no need. Love and God are synonymous. The Quran says, Allahu as-Samad. Allah is needless. Imagine if you could do what Paramahansa Yogananda just alluded to. The ultimate purpose of relationships is to develop unconditional love, mirroring the divine love of God. Would that make you needless? We don't even take time to explore the idea. Elevating to a level of unconditional love. Oh, love is a set of is a verb. You got you gotta act right. That's because you're broken. And you've integrated that brokenness into your identity, so you can't get rid of the brokenness because it gives you a sense of self. It gives you your sense of self, right? Listen to Krishnamurti. Listen. These are the mystics. Love is something that cannot be cultivated. Love is not a thing to be bought by the mind. If you say, I'm going to practice being compassionate, then compassion is a thing of the mind and therefore not love. Love comes into being darkly, unknowingly, fully, when we understand this whole process of relationship. Then the mind is quiet, right? It does not fill the heart with the things of the mind. And therefore, that which is love cannot come into being. Because the mind is in place, the ego is in place, the performance is in place, the wounds have integrated themselves so deeply into your sense of self that you don't know how to show up without being what the brother said, either a villain or a victim. The only way you're victorious is when society said you won. Man, the voice of reason out here wilding right now. Listen, if you want to join the remaining minutes of the show, mindfulness versus blindfulness. All you got to do is call me, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, more from this bonfire.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
మీరు శాంతి కావాలని కోరుతున్నారు.
You want to be peaceful.
ఈ శాంతి బయట ఎక్కడనో మనకు కానరాదు.
Peace is not outside.
మన యొక్క విశ్వాసం నుండి ఈ శాంతి మనకు లభిస్తుంది.
You can attain peace out of confidence.
కానీ ఈనాటి మానవునికి విశ్వాసం అనేటువంటిది దృఢంగా ఉండటం లేదు.
The modern man has no strong confidence or faith.
వ్యక్తికి ఎదురుగా నటిస్తూ ఉంటాడు.
He just pretends in front.
ఈనాడంతా కూడా నటన భక్తులుగా మారుతున్నారే కానీ శాశ్వత భక్తులుగా మారలేదు.
We have only acting in the field of devotion but not in reality in daily life.
నటన కానీ శాస్త్రం కానీ రెండు కూడా నీ నుంచి ఆవిర్భవించేటువంటివి.
Good and bad, they find their origin in you only.
నువ్వు స్థిరచిత్తులైనప్పుడు ఆ యొక్క విశ్వాసం స్థిరంగా ఉంటుంటుంది.
If you have steady mind, you'll have steady faith.
Come on. Hey, listen, Sai Baba, man. Hey, listen, I'm going to bring the spirituality, I'm going to bring the wisdom from all over the world, from places you've never heard, but I will also bring it from places you have heard that you do agree with. Because, you know, people got to get it where they are, right? Who is that man babbling? What was that? I don't even know what that was. This man been talking about the ancient mystics. Well, okay, here's a mystic for you that you may know. Jesus. Jesus Christ, Son of Mary. Jesus emphasized love as a central tenet of his teachings, highlighting its importance in both our relationship with God and with each other. He taught that love should be both vertical towards God and horizontal towards others, including enemies. Jesus' love is sacrificial, selfless, and unconditional, setting a high standard for his followers. Do you know people will throw people away nowadays? They will discard because they've never reached deep enough into themselves, been mindful enough to come in contact with the truth of who they are, then accept it, then love it, then radiate that love outward. If you don't have unconditional love for self, you can't have unconditional love for others. John chapter 10, Jesus is telling you, isn't it written in your law that I have said ye are gods? And if the word is written, came from God, how can that word be broken? We find love through the sacrifice of ego, the love of self. We find God within ourselves. The ancients, namaste, the divine in me recognizes the divine in you. It's all aligned. It's all the truth. But you've been taught to self-avoid, self-loathe. You've been taught not to be self-mindful. Who am I? Where did I come from? Who broke me first? Do you see? Blindfulness. A willful act to not go into self. Jesus taught that the greatest commandment is to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. He also emphasized the importance of loving one's neighbor as one loves themselves, and even loving our enemies. Ask somebody to love their enemy today. What? Huh? Right? Jesus introduced a new commandment to love one another as he has loved them, which is a love that sacrifices for others. What prevents you from sacrificing even for yourself? Oftentimes it's pride, it's guilt, it's shame, it's ego. These are the things that must be put on the altar. But in order to discover them, you must be mindful of them. You must be mindful of yourself. Right? Jesus stated that the love for one another will be the identifying mark of his disciples. Jesus challenged his followers to love even those who hate, curse, or persecute them. The Bible states that God is love, and that love is demonstrated through Jesus' sacrifice for humanity. Do you see? All of these ancient scripts are pointing back to mindfulness over blindfulness. So I stand before you not as a comforter, but as your interpreter. Not as your preacher of hope, but as your alarm clock ringing at midnight. You want soft sermons. You need to go somewhere else for that. This is fire baptism, not bath water. Mindfulness is not the calm voice on your meditation app. It is the whirlwind that tears the roof off of your illusions. It is the silence after Kierkegaard's question, what does it mean to truly exist? It is the echo of Krishnamurti's thunder. Truth is a pathless land. Blindfulness says, go back to sleep. Mindfulness says, wake up or perish. Blindfulness comforts you in captivity. Mindfulness breaks the chains, but it will hurt. I'm the voice of reason. I start these conversations. It's totally up to you to finish them. I'm not asking you to think that I'm right or agree with me. I'm just here to agitate your spirit so you can wake up refreshed after this nightmare you're going to have tonight.